All right, you have cooked your turkey. You've carved your turkey. You have eaten turkey until you were full. So now what? Well, I hope you have leftovers because it is a great opportunity to make a bunch of extra meals out of the leftovers of not only your turkey bones and all those little bits left over, but those beautiful pieces of white and dark meat that maybe have not been consumed at dinner. So first and foremost, let's make sure that we do not waste any goodness off of that carcass. Pick off as much meat as you can off of those bones. Get your little fingers in there and pick away until there's barely anything left. Secondly, do not throw those bones away. We are putting them into a big pot and we are making turkey stock. Because you need to watch this whole video, I'm gonna show you one of my new favorite ways of making turkey soup. I can typically get at least 8 cups of stock after simmering for about 4 to 5 hours. You don't have to add the carrots or the onions in there. You can simply do it with water, those bones, and all that deliciousness that's still left on there from roasting. Now that we have our stock, we need to make soup. And of course, I love I shouldn't call it basic. I love like just that traditional sort of like chicken noodle but turkey noodle soup. Super easy. You do your carrots, onions, celery, turkey stock, season. Perfect, especially on a cold day or if you're feeling unwell. It is comfort in a bowl. So let me take you through this delicious alternate recipe for something a little different for your turkey soup. I start this soup like I start most of my soups, a nice dollop of butter with my onions, carrot, and celery in my soup pot. I am going to season liberally with salt and pepper because remember, I did not add any salt or seasonings when I was boiling out those bones and making stock. So because this is a nice big batch of soup, I want to make sure I've got lots of salt and pepper in there. I've also got a blend of Italian seasoning and just some dry parsley flakes going in there as well. I'm gonna let that cook until my veggies get a little bit soft and some of those flavors come out, and that's when I add my turkey. And I am adding a lot of turkey and I am keeping it chunky for this soup. If you want to run your knife over the turkey, you can do that to make smaller pieces. I am adding about 4 cups of turkey stock here, just enough that all of my ingredients in the bowl are covered, and a couple little droplets of Worcestershire sauce goes in there as well. Now this could be a perfect soup. Just let it sit for a little bit on that low simmer and you're ready to go. But here is where I change it up. I'm making it creamy. So I am adding heavy cream in a separate bowl to a heaping spoon of flour. Mixing it up till I get all the chunks out. And then what I'm doing is taking a little ladle of some of the soup that I've already made and adding it to just help it sort of loosen up. And then when I'm adding it to my soup and blending it in, it really just helps it come together and avoid any chunks or anything unwanted. I whisk it in nice and slowly, and this is what makes that soup really turn into a thicker and creamier consistency. Now that's not enough cream though, so I am going to drop in a few more swirls and I just eye it out until I see sort of the consistency that I like in the soup. You can also use milk if you want to keep it a little bit lighter. Now I love adding noodles to this soup, but my tip is always cook those noodles separately and add them into your bowl as you eat it. That way they don't get too soft and mushy if you're making a big batch. And remember, especially when it comes to soups and stews and one-pot dishes, feel free to play and explore. Change up some of the herbs, maybe add a different vegetable. If you don't want it too thick and creamy, you can add milk instead of heavy cream. Play, have fun in the kitchen, test it out, taste it, and whatever your heart desires, you can put in a big stock pot with turkey. Thank you so much for watching this edition of The Silly Kitchen. Till next time.